Hi guys, welcome back to another video this week, and I want to make this piece of land productive. It's a very small piece of land. This is where I do my laundry, and it seems to have a lot of it really has a lot of weeds. So the first thing I'm going to do is to remove these weeds, and then I have a good plan on how to utilize it and make it productive. So let us first remove the weeds. So we are going to uproot them because they are very long. It's hard to dig the piece of land with those weeds. So I'm just going to remove all these weeds and then do the planting. Now, as I was removing these weeds, I got an idea of having a rabbit because these weeds they are very good for rabbits. So I'm still thinking about that project. If I have to do it, I'll make sure I post a video on it, or I upload a video on rabbit rearing. But I really need to get a good breed, the best I think we have, so that it's going to be productive. I just don't want a rabbit for the sake of rearing the rabbits. So I want a good breed that is good. I just love good things. So if I'm going to do that project soon, I'll make sure that I let you know, starting from building of the house, the rabbit hutch, and the rearing of the rabbits and buying them. So let's do this without wasting much time.
I can't find.
So today I didn't have the energy to do the digging, although the place is not so big, but I had to get a helping hand, or I needed some help. So I got the help and I'm loving it. So this place, it has a lot of soil. It has never been planted anything so far. So I'm the first one to plant. So we are doing this as we argue on how we are going to make the soil more fertile, because whatever I want to plant, most of the crops are going to need a lot of fertile soil. Although I have the manure with me, remember the video we did on manure application? I'm going to link it in the description box. Just check it out if you have not watched it. So we are going to apply the manure, but I'm also going to plant carrots. And from my own experience, I know that carrots don't have manure. So I am going to ensure that where I'm going to plant the carrots, I'm not going to put some manure, but for the rest of the crops that I'm going to plant, I'm going to ensure that I apply enough manure so that the soil becomes a bit fertile, or the soil becomes fertile, because the way, even by the look of it, it shows that it's not fertile. And again, this place has a lot of stones. It has a lot of stones, so I really have to work on this part of it, because I have to remove the stones and plant on good soil, because the stones are not going to help me when doing this exercise. So let's prepare this piece and then we start the planting.
I can't find my way back to you until you make amends with the demons you've been through. And I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home. Find your way back home.
Here, I was still figuring out whether I should take this soil and press it in sacks and arrange them here so that I plant my crops in sacks, but I saw that the idea won't work. So I got another small piece of land that I'm going to use the sacks. I make sure I post that video. But for this one, I have to first, I want to make this soil fertile. So I have to plant those crops here directly. And I need it to be another small piece of kitchen garden. So far, I'm having this the third one. I'm going to uh, show you the first one and the second one, the progress of the first and uh, the second kitchen garden. Like, this is my first kitchen garden. There's a video I did about the first kitchen garden when we were doing manure application of the kales. I have the kales, the peas, the spinach, and also I have some onions there and some managos I have planted there. So that is my first kitchen garden. And then,
So this
is
is
my
the
other
first set of
piece
kales
of
that I introduced in this
kitchen
piece
garden
of land.
where I first
Just a
did
small
the planting
space.
of kales.
And
So
I just
I have
wanted
also
to
done
see whether the
something on
soil
that
here can
part.
work
I've already
or
done it, so
can
make sure
produce
you
something.
watch
And
my
you can see
next
that my
video
kales
after
have really
this,
grown.
so that I show you how
I'm
I
so proud of
utilized that
myself. I
space.
remember my mom coming to
So
visit me.
that is the
And she was
first
like,
first
what are
place
those
that I
kales? They're going to
started
do
planting
well.
of kales.
But you planted
I
very
was
few.
just
So
like
I
doing
decided
an
to do something
experiment to see whether
with
the soil
the
is
other space. You can see that
suitable for
I have
kales.
some weeds there.
So as you can see,
I
the
want
part
to.
has not been
This
done
is
anything, but
I
as per now,
have
I
a
have
very big
really worked on
plan
that
for
piece.
this piece of
That is my second kitchen
land,
garden,
and
and now
this
whatever
is
we
the
are
first
preparing right now is my
kale
third
set that I
piece
planted.
of
These
kitchen
ones are a
garden.
month old.
It is step
Then
by step.
from
I'm just
here
here
I
to
have
show
another
people
set
that
just
it is
outside my
possible
kitchen.
to
So
work
this
with whatever you
space
have.
I'm
You don't
planning to plant
necessarily need
pepper.
very large
I'm
plots
planning
of
to
land
plant
or very big pieces of land
the
to do
curricales,
agriculture or
cabbage,
to
carrot, and
have a
all those
kitchen garden.
vegetables.
You
Even
can
tomatoes. I'm
construct
going
it
to plant some
using any
tomatoes.
method that you feel okay with
Uh,
you. And at the end
even
of
if
it
I'll
all,
just
you're going to save
have
something.
not to buy,
Like for
maybe
me,
I'll
I
not
don't
buy
buy
maybe
kales, I don't
2 to
buy
3
spinach,
days. I'll be
I don't buy
satisfied. At least
onions, and
I'll
now
have
I
done a
want to
lot
plant
from this
tomatoes because
space.
those are the ones
So let me
that
show
really
you
make
the
me
other
to go to
space.
the market. And
And
once
I
I'll
have
be having
planted
them, I
some
think I will reduce
vegetables.
those trips to go and buy those vegetables that we really need in daily basis. So let's do this. We did the land preparation in the morning. Right now it's in the afternoon, and I find it suitable for planting because we are not going to have a lot of sunlight. So that is why I'm doing it in the afternoon. So I'm going to start planting without wasting much time. And we're going to start with planting the coriander. I'm going to put the seeds here so that you see them. Those are the coriander seeds. So that is how they look like. The coriander, we're going to plant them. I'm just going to make some drills with a stick. So let me get a stick and then I start making the drills. But before I make the drills, I'm going to make sure that I remove the pieces of stones that you see on top of the land so that it becomes smooth. So let me station the camera and then we do it. So it has started drizzling, but that will not stop me from doing whatever I want to do. So we first remove the stones, the big pieces of stones, and then we are going to make very shallow drills because these are seeds that we are planting. So they don't have to go so deep because we need by the end of a week or two, 1 week, they should be up.
Until you find your way back home. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Until you find your way back home.
I have finally placed the seeds on the drills. You can see those are the coriander seeds. And now let's do the planting of the carrots. Carrot is next, and we are going to just make the drills next to where we have already planted the coriander. This is the carrot seeds that I'm planting right now.
I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home.
If there's something I'm really checking is the spacing, especially of the carrots, because if you don't space them well, if you plant a lot of them in one place, they are not going to remember that carrots are not transplanted. So this is they are planted in the main seed bed. So if I plant them and then I don't space them well, then I'm not going to get the right quality of carrots. They're not going to be big. They're only going to be very small and thin. So to ensure that I get the right quality of carrots, I have to literally be very specific in spacing of the carrots so that I get the best quality. That I think is the thing that one should note when you're planting carrots. So let's continue with our planting. So those are my carrot seeds. You can see them. They're just next to the coriander. So for the remaining part, I want to plant the cabbages and the tomatoes. So let's prepare this place. So I'm going to make the drills. They're not going to be many, especially the cabbages. I don't have a lot of cabbage, but I think 2 lines are going to be enough. Yeah, because for sure, I don't have a place to transplant them. Like for cabbages and tomatoes, I have to transplant them to the main seed, to another seed bed. And I don't have a place. I feel like I have exhausted every place that I'm supposed to be doing these kitchen gardens. But who am I? I'm that girl. I'm just going to make sure by the end of 2-3 weeks, I have come up with a good idea of where to transplant them. I really have to do this. So as they grow, I'll be figuring out the best thing or the best method that I'm going to use the smallest space but be productive. A small space that can be productive for me. So let's plant the cabbage seeds. So those are the ones that we are going to start with. Lastly, we can plant those are the cabbages. They just I just planted 2 lines, and next we can now plant the tomatoes. This is how the tomato seeds look like. And I've already pressed them on their drills, and I think we are now done. Yeah, those ones are a bit visible. I think I'm done with the planting. So the next step is to just place a little bit of the soil on top of the seeds, and then I'm just going to do the rest putting the shade and watering, and we'll be done.
Until you find your way back home. Back home. Until you find your way back home. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Until you find your way back home.
the last bit of this is that I'm going to use some pieces of old sacks that I have. I'm just going to put them on top. So these are some of the old sacks that I have, just to ensure that I give them a shade, enough shade. And then I'm going to do the watering as the last process, which will be a routine that I'm going to do daily until they grow. And that is how you plant seedlings in a nursery bed. And there are those that have to be transplanted, like for the cabbages and the tomatoes. But for the carrots and the coriander, those ones, they are going to grow from there. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. Do not forget to subscribe and like this video, and you can also share. Thank you so much for watching my videos. For the returning subscribers, I love you so much, and support your girl. You're doing a good job to supporting your girl. That is why I have this much energy to do all these things. And it's possible. If you have a small piece of land, you can also transform it to be productive, and at the end of the day, you are going to be getting something from there.
Until you find your way back home. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Don't let me drown. Until you find your way back home. I can't regret leaving you alone until you find your way back home. Way back home. Find your way back home.